Hey there, folks. Santee at the Arizona Ghost Raiders here. A famous gunfighter, Ringo.
Django.
No, Ringo.
That there's Ringo.
Ringo.
B-I-N-G-O and bingo was his name. Oh, there you go.
Roll the film.
Behold, a pale horse. The man who sat on him was death. And hell followed with him.
John Peter Ringo was born on May 3, 1850 in Greens Fork, Indiana. While moving the family towards more opportunity in 1864, his father stepped off the wagon and accidentally shot himself with a shotgun. Johnny continued the journey as the man of the family and safely arrived in San Jose, California. Johnny was educated, charismatic, and loyal to his friends, but somewhere along the line decided that outlawry held his interest.
I'm a bad, bad man.
For whatever reason, he decided to leave California. Maybe he hated avocado toast. Not sure. A few years later, he was in Texas roaming around. In 1875, Ringo was recruited by a fallen Texas Ranger named Scott Cooley and got involved with the Mason County War. This short-lived feud resulted in many deaths, none of which can be directly attributed to Johnny. When the dust settled, he was acquitted for his involvement and headed out to Tombstone, Arizona. There he met up with the Clantons and became an active member of the Cochise County Cowboys, a loosely organized group of rustlers that were major players in the OK Corral gunfight. John was fiercely loyal to the group and even joined a posse to arrest the Earps during their vendetta ride. On July 14, 1882, Ringo was found about 90 minutes from Tombstone, slumped against a tree with a bullet through his head. Although the coroner ruled it a suicide, unanswered questions when the body was found shroud this in mystery. Dirty Dan's Ranch is not far from Johnny Ringo's grave, and 2 years ago we went out there. Dan told me his opinion based on his research, what actually happened to the famous outlaw.
I mean, the patch of scalp that's missing from his head that looks like it was cut away with a knife. There was notations made that his hat was found on his head. Well, if you blow your damn brains out, it's unlikely your hat's going to stay on your head. Not necessarily the things that happened before his body was found, but definitely things that happened in the months after lead you to believe that it was Buckskin Frank Leslie, and probably with Billy Claiborne with him. A retired police officer that basically mapped everything out, measured everything out, trajectory angles and all that. And it's quite feasible that he was shot with a rifle there from about 100 yards, 150 yards away.
After hearing Dan's version and doing some poking around, it sure seems viable that Ringo was assassinated. I mean, Billy Claiborne outwardly accusing Frank Leslie on the streets of Tombstone is pretty damning. Hey, Iron Door Dan. No, that's you. Yeah. Hey, who killed Johnny Ringo?
Well, if he didn't kill himself, it was most likely Frank Leslie.
Aha!
There were people that claimed that Leslie was following behind Frank, and when you consider the fact that Billy Claiborne's dying declaration was that it was Leslie, that's actually pretty strong evidence. So
awesome.
That's my thought on it.
So it wasn't you?
It wasn't me, no.
Okay, good. Yeah, so both Dans are in cahoots. Also, Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp weren't even in Arizona when it happened, so it wasn't them.
I'll take care of Ringo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arizona Red. Hey, Red.
Yeah.
How do you think John Ringo died?
He's dead? I didn't know the man was sick, and you're saying he's dead?
Yeah, he died in like 1882, man.
Why didn't anybody tell me these things? I thought I had a...
It's been like 150 years. I mean, come on, man.
Why don't you button up your britches and go home? How'd you like to try to make me, Mr. Ringo?
Johnny Ringo has been portrayed many times in Hollywood. The combining of all these have created a character that we all love to hate.
There stands the greatest fighting man in the land. Blue boy, you are looking at the one, the only Johnny Ringo. Howdy, Johnny. What?
But in reality, we have a loyal and potentially tortured man who drinks too much and is capable with firearms. Whoever Johnny Ringo really was, he's now part of the lore of the Old West.
All right, Lunger. You go to hell.
Well, folks, that's it for another episode. Thanks for watching. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on down the trail. Hey folks, that's it for another episode. Thanks for watching. And I was
sick, man. Why did you tell me he was sick?
Oh, for Pete's sake, will you stop overacting?
He's not sick.